Right there. That's a lot of angle, bro. Dude, that thing is sick. This thing rips. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of R&D Garage. Today we're gonna be checking Peter Chris Kirkopoulos. I can't say his last name. How do you say your last name?
Chris Kirkopoulos.
This is how you say his last name, right there. And his Instagram's in the description, and it's right here, right there.
Thank you.
Check him out. He's Toronto, Canada, right?
Yeah, Toronto, Canada.
How far away is that?
15 hours.
And he came all the way out here to Grid Life at Road Atlanta. And I've been following him for a long time, way before I did YouTube. Back when I used to compete in Pro Am, I followed his car. His car's sick. It has a lot of like what you would call art in drifting. It looks beautiful and it functions beautifully. And we are gonna take a lap at Road Atlanta here. I already took it, but you're gonna see it at the end of the video, so stick around. So what's up, Peter? Show me your car. What's in here?
All right, so it's got a fully built 2J VVTi, mainly internals. It's 11:1 compression, BC cams, comp turbo 6767. Car makes 830 wheel horsepower.
Jesus Christ! How many pounds of boost is that at?
29 pounds.
29 pounds. Oh my God. It's so beautiful because you guys, I don't know if you've seen other 2Js and stuff out there, but like these nice these nice radiator piping, it's like beautiful. No one does that. Everybody just gets hoses and things like that, you know, welding it right and guiding them right in the proper direction. There's the water pump. It's an electric water pump, and then he put this amazing clear cover so you can see if there's any leaks or any failures, and then you can just take it apart and fix it. So, and it's back here, which means it'll be way more accessible than when it's in there and it's all hot.
Yeah.
Those are massive fans.
Yeah, so there's FAL 2000 CFM fans each.
Nice. Yeah, I saw your car while we were out there. It didn't even get that hot. Like the highest I saw was like 220 something, I think.
220, yeah.
That's like not operating temp for me.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, like we get into 250, 260 when we're overheating. Yeah.
All weekend, even yesterday when I was hot lapping, the highest I got was like 222, and like all temps stay about the same.
That's amazing. The power back here. Here's this fuel cell. I really love the way you ran all these lines to the fuel pump. Like, you guys have seen my car. My lines are just like AN lines and whatever, and it's what everyone does. These are hard lines, guys. These are hard to make. You got to do every bend and design it properly. That's artwork. That's what I'm talking about. And he also has this, which brings it all the way up to here, so you can fill your fuel really fast and efficient. Yeah. Mine, you have to take the trunk off to get at. That's stupid. I need to do the same setup. This is amazing. Even this is a hard line.
Yeah. Everything's hard line.
That could be a soft line, like it's so easy. But it looks so much better that way and functions so much better. It's not gonna leak or break or tear.
You have it all in stock. You can buy the lines, you can buy all the fittings, the flares, you can piece it all together yourself. It's actually a lot cheaper than buying the lines and fittings and putting them all together like hose.
Yeah, the hoses do get expensive really fast because it's a hose that has to hold a lot of pressure.
Well, like typically to make this with like an AN line, you have to have like a 90 fitting. But you just have to buy the straights, and then you buy the flare and the nut, and
you make all your bends. I gotta show you guys this thing. This right there and right there, and it all goes in here. And look at that setup. That is basically to get air to the radiator right here, so the fans can pull it out and cool out, and you can see something happened here yesterday. Yeah,
Friday.
but you can't even tell. Like, the car is meant to be doing this, and you just cut it, re-weld it, back to normal. What transmission is that?
So that's a G-Force GSR.
How do you like it?
I love it. I actually picked the gear ratios in my Forza drift car. I inputted the gear ratios, and I picked the best ratios for me.
To find them, yeah. And then I see you're running the ARC 8000.
Yeah.
And you got some switch panels for other stuff. And then I love your brake bias, by the way. I didn't even know what that was. I was like, what the hell does this lever do? That's amazing, and it's quick and accessible, so he can change it on the fly while he's out on track and doesn't have to get out. Recording at a track is the worst thing ever. There's music, people revving their cars driving by. These are race cars that are loud. And this guy, you hearing this? We can't even record.
I really love the AM dash. It allows you to see pretty much every important channel that you can set up. I have warnings for coolant pressure, crankcase pressure. So say for instance, if my head gasket goes, it's going to spike up in coolant pressures. My dash will warn me about it.
You said this whole rear end, you have like a thing to like remake it. You have clips.
Yeah, so over the years, every time I see a 240 that's being parted out, I'll go over and I'll just cut the rear end off. So at home I have 3 Cooper ends sitting at my house.
And they go like right here, somewhere, right there?
Yeah, right here. So you see it right here, how it splits off. So I can just re-clip this whole thing, put one on, and then I'm just gonna replace the over fenders. I got taillights at home. I have the valances.
Everything. So you just cut this pipe, make a new one.
I even have these pre-made, so all I have to do is cut it off
and weld it on. Yeah, and then the new clip, and the car's back together. So what happened here? Why is this? What the hell?
Well, so I was following Ken Gucci, and I just got a little excited, I guess, and kept going.
Just kept going on the tire.
Yeah, the tire just blew up.
And it literally took out the whole quarter. But again, like we were just talking about, he could just unbolt this and bolt the new one, and no problem.
The fenders already had damage, so there's no really harm.
They always do. Mines are destroyed. Yeah. Want to see a video? Well, you can't see the video because we're gonna make some noise. Noise everywhere. Noise. So you got 2 batteries back here?
Yeah. So I'm running 2 Optima batteries, running parallel. This allows me to have a little bit more amperage to all those.
Oh my God! We know it works. It runs.
So I'm running 2 Optima batteries, running parallel. Running 1 aught wire all the way to the alternator. Runs really good. Although this weekend I've gone through 2 alternators. I think it just got a little too much engine heat, and it just they don't like it. It runs for about a day and then it just cuts off. So that's one issue we're going to be having to troubleshoot and figuring out a solution moving forward. Right now we have a Mechman alternator, however it's failed 2 times now, and to me it's not reliable enough, so we got to figure out this problem. It gets pretty hot when you drive it, so I try to figure out every way to pull the heat out of the car while you're driving, or sorry, when you come back into the pits. So the biggest thing I've learned throughout the years is when you come into the pits with your drift car, your clutch is so hot, it just heat soaks. That's where you get most of your wear when you're driving. So I have a little clutch fan right down here. So when the car's in the pits, it's just constantly pulling all that hot air out of the bell housing, bringing that clutch to like ambient temperature.
That's amazing.
You turn the car off, you can still cycle the water. So
yeah, keep it cooling.
You're not going to boil all that pressure up in the head. 9 times out of 10, head gaskets fail when you bring a hot track, or sorry, a hot car into the pits, and all that water just boils in the head.
Yep. You
can bring a car that has 220 degrees coolant temp, and you shut it down in the pits, it'll skyrocket in the top of the head up to like 280, and that's when you really kill your head gaskets.
The JZs, the BMW motors, all
so
those,
like right now,
that.
It's down to 138, and it's very safe to shut it off.
And you got this 6 suppression system back there, I can see it. And is it a 3-stage, I'm assuming, engine bay?
So yeah, we got the 2 nozzles in the engine bay, 2 nozzles in the cockpit, and then we got 2 nozzles in the back.
So like professional, ready to go. This is an FD ready car.
Yeah, I built the car to compete in Formula Drift Pro 2, so hopefully you guys will see me there in a few years.
Nice. Yeah. And you're going to compete in what Pro-Am series to get your license?
I already got my license.
Oh, you already have your license. What did you compete in to get your license?
DMCC Pro.
Where's that at?
Canada.
Canada? It's like a whole Canada series. I think my friend Naren drives in that. Jonathan Naren.
He used to. He did very good.
Yeah, he's a good driver. We used to compete in back in Pro-Am as SWD days. What's this thing right here?
Oh, that's the AM VDM. So it's a vehicle dynamics module. This thing will tell me real time, and I can log every aspect of it. It'll do a track map on this track. So right now, this little module has sent all the data to the ECU so I can do a track map. So this Road Atlanta track, I can see every corner on the track, different parameters of the engine.
So it's like a data log.
Data log. But not only that, it'll tell you G-forces in drift. So if I do a suspension change and all I have to do is look at that reading to see if the car's actually picking up more.
That's cool. You can come back and learn from what happened.
I can see the angle in the course, and because we're running like G-force and a winter's quick change, I don't really have a speedometer, so it gives you GPS speed right here.
Oh wow!
And so that's how we can see what we're actually driving at. So I can see what speed I'm entering in the corner, all that, and then based off of what gear ratios I have in it, I know.
That's a real speed too, because you can change your gear ratio, and it won't matter.
This is ground speed of the car, so it's not real speed, and so it's 100% accurate.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it allows us to dial in the perfect slip ratio for the rear end.
Gear ratio is very important when it comes to this kind of stuff. You need to know what gear ratio you're in per track. That equates to less shift changes or less, what would you say, things that could go wrong.
Exactly, a lot less load in the drivetrain, unneeded load.
Exactly.
And it'll put you in that sweet spot where you need to be.
All right, so you've seen some clips of the track and what happened with the wheel and all that, but I'm gonna show you full lap right now, maybe a couple full laps, so you can see this monster and this monster going crazy in 800 horsepower, and then sometimes 600, just flopping it around. So you can see this wheel speed of 100, 120, or no, wheel speed of like 160 you said?
Yeah.
And then actual speed of like 100 in drift through the S's at Road Atlanta here at Grid Life. Run out my friend Peter.
Hey.
It's gonna be amazing.